So the surgeon explained to me, I'm gonna tell you what was going on. Sunday, I was having a massive heart attack in the choir stand. By the time I got home, I was supposed to, that had been my final resting place. He said, I'm gonna tell you what you were praying for. Last Sunday, Elder Davis and I had a meeting directly after service. And when I left his office, I realized the Brotherhood choir was in rehearsal, so I was a little late. So I rushed down the side and ran up the steps and jumped in. And as we began singing and rehearsing, I started sweating real bad. Couldn't understand why, sweating really bad. Just kept sweating. And I'm looking around at everybody else like, anybody else hot? It was just me. So I said, something not right. Didn't feel no pain, didn't feel any numbness, nothing. It just was hot. After we finished our songs, I told the brothers, we need prayer right now. They gathered around me and prayed, and one of the sisters took my pressure. It was extremely high. And she checked it again, asked me, did I take my medication? I said, no, I forgot it this morning. So she took it again, and it was still high. She said, well, by protocol, I have to call the ambulance and have paramedics come check you out. Paramedics came. They checked my pressure. It still was high. The paramedic told me that you have two choices. You can either allow me to take you to the hospital urgent care. He said, but you'll be there for a while, so you can just go on home and take your medication and let it kick in. I said, all right, well, I'll do that. I went home, my son and I. Got him settled, got him eating everything, and we were getting ready for bed. And I said, saying to myself, just for an emergency, let's not go in the rooms tonight. Let's just stay in the living room. So I told him, come on, man, let's make a little tent, make it like a little camp tonight. So we made tents. We laid on the couch. And I went to sleep. And every 2 hours, I wake up gasping for air, like I was drowning. I was extremely fatigued. I couldn't barely move. I'm just wondering, what is wrong? Mom, I'm so tired. So I laid back down, another 2 hours, come out, breathing real hard. And I'm like, Lord, just let me get some rest. I'm tired, please. Just let me get some sleep. For the next 4 hours, he woke me up every 2 hours. By the time it was time to get up to go to school for my son. So I got him together, drove him to school, and I was on my way to physical therapy. And God said, go to Kaiser. And I was like, I'm just going to go to physical therapy first, and I'll go into Kaiser next. He said, go now. I U-turned, went to Kaiser, and as soon as I went in, they checked my blood pressure, and the doctor brought me 3 aspirin. He said, take this. I said, what do I need that for? Just take it, sir. I took it, and while I'm taking it, the ambulance are coming in. Everything's rushing real fast, and they rushed me to the hospital. He asked me what brought me here today. I explained to him what was going on Sunday. And by the time I got to the hospital, they rushed me through. They getting everything going. He hooked me up to some EKGs. And it was monitoring to my heart, and everything was going well. Everything was fine. Still no pain. And one of the tests, the numbers on there were extremely high. To be normal, it was 15 to 20. My numbers were 1,656. And they're explaining this to me, and like every maybe 10, 15 minutes, it went up 1,670 something. Now the alarms are going off, and everybody's in frantic. Still haven't been explained what's going on yet. And I'm looking around, and they're rushing in. They grab me, put me on the table, rush me to the emergency room. And when they're doing the surgery, right before they did it, they told me that they're just going to relax my body and not put me to sleep. And there was a screen beside me, and I'm watching the screen as they're doing the surgery. And immediately following the surgery, the surgeon jumped up and said, brother, I don't know if you're a spiritual man or not, but I need to tell you, you're a miracle. He told me that Sunday afternoon I was supposed to die. So every time I was falling asleep, the fatigue was because my body was dying. It was a battle that night for my soul. And when I doze off and I'm asleep, God snatched me back up and woke me back up. So the surgeon explained to me, I'm going to tell you what was going on. Sunday, I was having a massive heart attack in the choir stand. By the time I got home, I was supposed to, that had been my final resting place. He said that the left side of my heart was 100% blocked. The right side was 80% blocked. He said, you were operating on 20% of your heart and you drove yourself here. You got to tell the story. That had to been God. So immediately following surgery, I went to the recovery room, and the entire cardiology staff came into my room, and they all surrounded me, and they said, there you go right there. And the nurses coming in, they're praising, they're worshiping, they're speaking in tongues. And the doctor said, did he tell you what happened, sir? I said, yeah, he did. He said, I need you, for me, to tell the world that you are a miracle, because you're not supposed to be here right now. So the reason God let me see my surgery, because he didn't want the doctors to tell me what he did. He told me himself, I did this for you. You saw what I done. Now tell everybody there, you're a miracle. And I